Hollywood writers are officially on strike following failed negotiations with media giants like Apple, Amazon, Paramount, and Disney, which is the parent company of ABC News. The walkout means production on many films and television shows will come to an immediate stop. Some writers say the problem isn't just how much they're paid, but how they're paid. ABC News' Melissa Adon joins us now, live in Los Angeles with more. So, Melissa, help us understand this. 98% of the Writers Guild backing this strike. Why?
Exactly, Terry. And so you mentioned it right there. So not so much how they're paid, which is really important in all of this, of course, getting to the bottom dollar of it, but really how. And the how part is because just think about how the media landscape has changed so much. You know, currently I'm watching Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, right? And you think about that character on the show. She's basically writing for a broadcast show. Those used to be, what, 10 months? You're a writer, you have a 2-month break, perfect. Now, that's not what it looks like. When you look at Netflix, Amazon, all of the streaming services, a writer could get on a show, be working for 2 to 3 months, and then that's it maybe for the entire year. They're not falling back on things like residuals. You're talking about licensings. A lot of that is not in the play anymore. So essentially, as the writers are looking for more upfront, they're hoping that's going to help them out tremendously and essentially adding to that layer and components of giving them more protections within the screenwriting world. Terry?
Well, Melissa, that's a great point because you just demonstrated, right? We all know as viewers that our entire way of enjoying, you know, filmed and broadcast shows and sports, it's completely changed. It's on our phone, it's on our whatever, our set-top box is dead now. So what are the writers trying to negotiate in this new streaming era? What's their goal?
Right. So really the goal here will be for some more compensation on the front end, because that would give them more protection going into, let's say, they can comfortably write for 2 to 3 months for one of those streaming shows. Oftentimes, though, it'll be really difficult timeline-wise to line up, oh, just get on another show, right? For one, we know probably not that easy. The demand is high as well, trying to figure out schedules. But on the other end, what they're looking at as well is that a lot of their pay is basically sitting at minimum wage. Then you factor in all of the inflation that has happened, just the wages are not matching up, so that if a writer could successfully be on a top show just once a year, that wouldn't be enough to basically, as some of the writers have told us, be a middle-class career. So they're getting really worried that this is becoming so much of a gig kind of work that, okay, you can be a writer and then pick up this other gig or pick up this other role. They're really trying to essentially sustain what being a writer is, this full-time career. And that really is the key part there, Terry.
And finally, what's the impact going to be from late-night talk shows to my favorite shows? Well, what's going to happen?
Right, so those are all scripted shows. Those are the ones going to be hit first. Those late night shows, likely not going to see them this weekend. But then you also think about the long term. If the strike keeps going, we're talking about days into this, fall TV could be impacted. But it's also kind of concerning to local economies, not just here in Los Angeles or New York. You're talking about in Georgia, in other states where they have really big film production sets. It's also going to impact those other crew members that are possibly working on these films, these TV shows. They're not going to get work. So a lot of that is a big cycle that we're going to be watching closely, Terry.
Huge story. Melissa Adon, thanks for reporting it for us.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.